Greetings, dear, precious, beautiful soul that you are. I want to acknowledge you for your willingness to be a really far out person, to be a real adventurer, to be willing to go where most people never go, to the inner. And my topic, activate the sword, and remember the word sword is word with an S in front of it. And S is the most used word in the entire English vocabulary. S. Snake. Serpent. Oh, wowie, wowie. So, activate the sword of detachment. Detachment. Now, it's not that you're detached to everybody and everything. That's not what it's about. You're attached to your divine within. You're knowing. But you're detached from the creation. You're attached with the love, but you're detached from being a parasite or a vampire, an abuser of self or others. You're detached from fear. You're detached from hate because you fear who you hate, and then you hate who you fear. And then who's generating that so that you got emotions. You have to get this. Emotion. This is a motion machine. An emotion machine that operates on emotion, you see, because that's our power. And when you believe something and you have the intention of it and you empower it that way, you give it life, because you know what we do? We anoint the inert with life. We call it true and real and give it life when it doesn't have it. And that means we're giving our consent and our agreement to that which is not in our favor, nor in the favor of any human or animal or living entity, because it is false. The false is always, what would you say, creating destruction because of its envy. And envy means I want what you've got, I want you gone, and I want you dead. And it's that envy that can't stand beauty and happiness and joy of being and play. It wants to control it. It thinks it can get it, like those who abuse children or any human, or you put these poor animals put in cages. So people can make money from the torture, say, of a gorilla in a cage, or an elephant tied up. And I mean, this is inhuman. It's not, and you say inhuman, coming from humans? No. It's this attachment to things, attachment to fame, attachment to appreciation, attachment to sex, attachment to violence, attachment to getting even. I mean, come on. It's detached, because attachment creates suffering. The attachment to the self generates pleasure of the soul, because it's who we are, you see. And all of this stuff about how we're gonna command the universe. We're gonna command because I can just rock solid and I can see it, I'm gonna command. It's mine, and who cares? Comes and goes. It's a figment of your imagination. You see, and it's something we are agreeing to, something we're consenting with, because why would you doubt? The people you trusted told you it was true, and why would they lie to you? Why would they lie to you? Why would they do what they're doing if they knew who they were? And here is the key. Be attached to who you are, and then everywhere you go, you're having a good time. You're using, what would you say, You're bringing joy and beauty and love and harmony and inspiration everywhere you go. Because there is this little restaurant down in Dunsmuir. And there's someone who works there who has never had an unhappy moment in his entire existence. I'll tell you, he's something. And he's not a fakie. What a sweet being. And when you're around him, you just can't help but smile. You can't help but feel good. See, wonder if we were attached to being who we are. We're attached to trusting ourselves. You just don't give up attachment. What is that? It's BS. Everything here has a positive and negative. You give up one, you got the other, and the other then one makes the other possible. Well, that's why fear is a lie. It's not this stupid, this so-called Course in Miracles. It's a setup. People don't realize what they're getting into. And they get into it, and it's true, but you have to see what's the thing. Where is it going? You can see where it's going. It's going to the Baha'i. This is not who we are, you see. And yes, I've searched and researched as things people tell you don't. Go look at it, search it out, actually look at where it's going. And then you take a look at what you're attached to is the ultimate truth, the absolute truth that always is. And when we do that, and one of the best places to do that is in nature. Get out of that 25-story high building. How pathetic. I mean, I imagine that's your opinion. Yeah. No, but you're disconnected from the earth. And you're living more and more in a person's false reality. And the fear of death and the attachment to the creature comforts, or the attachment to the fame or the glory, to this person, that person, and there's always going to be the last time you perceive someone in this particular incarnation, because and then it's the fear of dying, because you're attached to the belief in death and that you can die. So you think the only option is this particular physical body that you need to maintain. And you live in fear, a person does, all the time, of what's going to happen to the body. Maintain the body. Hey, now here, I'll do another one in a little bit on another topic, but it just reminded me. So, detachment is a sword, the sword of cutting your misery ties to that which isn't you, and isn't eternal, and isn't the absolute truth. Yeah, so what happens? You're liberated. Woo! Check it off. And be in the moment. Fresh. The first time, every moment is the first